Hi everybody, this is Joanna with Abstract Art Journal, and I'm going to be doing a watercolor tutorial for you today. This is called Wet on Dry. So we're going to do wet watercolor on dry paper. So what I'm using is I'm going to be using 140-pound watercolor paper. The paints I'm going to use is Winsor Newton Cotman watercolors. This is called Gamboge Hue, which is like a medium yellow. I've got ultramarine blue, and I'm also using permanent rose. So you can basically mix any color from red, yellow, and blue using a color wheel. I'm going to be using masking tape to take my paper down. I'm just using a piece of cardboard for my base today. I like painting small because a lot of the paintings I hang up, I mat and hang up. So I have a little small thing. I drew some leaves on here to try to show you the what we're going to do today. And I'm also going to be using a orange watercolor pencil by Derwent. I'm going to use I may use the 1/2-inch wash, but I'm also going to be using a number 3 watercolor brush. These are Sable or Sable Synthetics. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and tape the paper down with masking tape, and we'll go ahead and tape it. If we want to do a light wash in the rest of the area, this gives us a really nice line around the painting. The other thing is that we are going to be dropping wet color into a wet area, so we might want to tilt the board, which is fun, and so it's nice to have the have it taped down. So when you're taping your dry paper down, it doesn't matter if you go top, bottom, sides. If it's, you want to squeeze just a little, about like so much on there. Watercolor dries lighter than what you see on your paper, and so you may have to go in and add some more color. What a lot of people like to do is they'll do the original painting and then they'll go back and do another color on top. Water in because I want this to look dark, but it's going to dry, like I say, lighter. So this paintbrush, I like these kind with the tips on it, so you can go ahead and stir your paint up, get it like mixed up in the water with that nicely. So we'll go ahead and do that. You want to wipe off that before you put in the other color, so you don't not mixing your colors. It's nicer for them to mix on the paper, which they'll do. The reason we have blue here is that I use red, yellow, and blue, and you can mix any color with those 3 colors. So we might want to mix a little bit of the blue with the yellow to get a pretty green. And I'll show you how we can do that. Sometimes I like to mix it on the paper, and then other times you can, so we'll go ahead and try to get that done. Okay. Now, wet into dry, what I like to, or painting with a water brush is what I call it. So first of all, let's go ahead and outline the leaves in the orange watercolor pencil. We'll just do this quickly. If you have any pencil lines showing once your watercolor is done, you can erase the lines. It normally doesn't hurt the paper, especially if you're using this 140-pound. Just be careful when you're doing that. If you're erasing the 140-pound, I use that kind of paper because it really will take a beating. You can do tons of washes, scraping, washing out. A lot of times you can use a sponge brush if you want to get rid of a color. You can paint water on it and then sponge it out. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of plain water over here. So when I say we paint with water, okay, you have plain water, and I'm going to just fill this leaf with the water, okay, only in the leaf. Then I'm going to go ahead and drop in the color. Okay, so we'll go ahead and drop in some yellow, and you just touch the brush to the paper and it will start moving. So you can see what I mean. It's just we're dropping it on the water and it's staying within the leaf. See? And that's what makes it kind of fun. So let's do another one. We'll go ahead and do water in another leaf. And you just want to keep it within the leaf. So we'll just do a couple of leaves together so we can do the yellow. And then we'll do the brush. Okay, so I'm going to drop it in a couple of other, I just love that. And let's go ahead. Let's do all the leaves. So you just keep the water in the leaf, okay? And then that way, when you're dropping in your color, and when I say drop in the color, you're just touching the brush to that page. You're not like doing any kind of painting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that brush, and then I want to drop in some pink, and you'll see what I mean. We're just going to just drop it in. Just touch the page with it, and then you can just start moving your board, and it will mix on its own, and you get these really pretty effects. And you know, shaking the board around, because it's small, it's easy for me to move the board back and forth and to get different effects. I might want some more red, like in one of the leaves, and you can just drop it in there, and it will mix on its own by moving the board around. So I hope you like the video. I hope you'll try this at home. Watercolor, I always say, is always fun, and it's always a surprise. So hope you have fun trying out these ideas. Have a great art day. Thanks for watching.